Now to the crisis of homelessness in our area. This morning, there are two big changes to how Sacramento County and how the city will deal with people living on the streets.
We talked about this all day yesterday. Last night, local leaders were voting, and they did vote to limit where unhoused people can camp. Sacramento County will now ban camping entirely on the American River Parkway, citing safety and fire concerns. It also extends the ban to places like schools, libraries, and government buildings. Sacramento City, meanwhile, will allow the removal of tents that block sidewalks and the entrances to businesses. They also passed a resolution to avoid fines and jail time. ABC 10's Devin Truby joins us live in Sacramento this morning. So the city and county meetings last night, as expected, Devin, were very heated.
Absolutely, Wall. About 30 people signed up for public comment from both sides. The mayor at one point called this a common sense measure, but then stepped forward with his own resolution about the enforcement issues that people have been taking with this new ordinance. Now, his resolution said that individuals shouldn't be taken into custody, but rather they should be cited. And the misdemeanor charge and fine should absolutely be a last resort, and community services need to be made available. When people applauded that the measure passed, the mayor told the audience, "Oh, be careful what you wish for, because these individuals will now have to move somewhere else." Here are just some of the public comments made last night.
The issue, though, that you call homeless is the actual issue. The issue is misnamed. The issue we have is drugs and mental illness.
I have a 12-year-old that I am scared to walk down the street with in this area, and this is my home. I love Sacramento.
Joseph Smith, advocacy director for Loaves and Fishes, said there's less resources available for the homeless right now than before, which is what's led to this crisis. The American River Parkway also issued a statement in part saying enforcement is important but doesn't address the root cause and won't be effective without shelters and other wraparound community services. Now, both the city and the county said they're looking for voluntary compliance with this new ordinance and that the misdemeanor charge should absolutely be the last resort. We spoke with Sacramento PD about their role with enforcement, and they said they'll go to each call and see whether or not outreach or enforcement is appropriate, but unless the call is criminal, it really shouldn't be going to them. It should be going to the Department of Community Resources.
So Devin, you've been on the story for a few days now. So for people driving around the city of Sacramento, other than making sure tents are not infringing on sidewalks, what difference will people really see here? What's the change?
Yeah, so the new language in that ordinance is saying that they want the encampments to be about 25 feet from those essential buildings. So where we are now, 25 feet from the Capitol, from schools, and especially from areas maybe like levees that you might see on the American River Parkway, just to be a more safer environment. And what people were saying last night in public comment is that sidewalks are essential. You need them. Kids need to walk to school, handicap accessibility, things like that. That's what really drove this measure, I think, Walt.
Yeah, I think, though, that driving around the city, you're still going to see large encampments, just not on sidewalk areas. So a lot of people feel it is a move forward in terms of a solution, and also for housing for people. But it's little change just involving sidewalk areas.